Hey, welcome to another episode of Waffles with Wally. I'm sitting here today with Alyssa Hamon. Alyssa, for the past several months, has been leading our worship team on our Sunday morning services and also just kind of stepping in for some of the other services that we have. And so I'm excited to be with her. She is actually getting ready to go back down south to go and finish up her second year in college. And so, Alyssa, I'm really excited that you are here with us today. Tell us what college, what university do you attend, and what year are you in that university? I guess I just answered that question previously. So just tell us what college you're in.
I go to Point Loma Nazarene University.
And where is that?
San Diego, California.
San Diego, California. And she's not doing it justice because it's right on the beach. I mean, who would not want to go to university right on the beach? Do you really get a lot of stuff done down there? Or are you sidetracked by the ocean? Just be honest.
I mean, honestly, I'm the person that sits in my room and does my work all the time.
That really does not surprise me, but probably a lot of students are sidetracked and get distracted by the ocean. But all right, so Point Loma Nazarene University, and we kind of talked about this off camera, but what is your major?
Communication.
And why did you choose communication?
Well, at first I chose it because I wanted to go into nonprofit, and so I saw that that was kind of the best major to choose going into that area. But now that I'm in it, like, I really enjoy all the classes, and I think I need those skills going into any area of work afterwards. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I already shared with y'all that Alyssa is our worship leader here at RCC in Bakersfield. Tell us what kind of attracted you to, or why do worship?
Yeah, well, I feel like for me, since I'm not very good, or like I hate public speaking and just talking out loud in general, but for me, worship is like where I can really connect with God, and I don't have to know all the words I'm going to say, but the lyrics kind of just say it out for you, and so they become like prayers for me. And so worship is just a place where I can rest in God and really speak what I want to do.
Awesome. That's a great answer. I didn't even consider that worship could be, for like a worship leader, could be a place of rest and just beginning to concentrate. I mean, I know we try and draw people into worship so that they can prepare their hearts and minds to receive God's word in a service setting, but to even be a part of worship outside of a service setting to where it's just provides rest, and I think that's pretty cool. So in that, share one of your favorite worship experiences. Like, I don't know, maybe a time at camp or at a retreat or in a Sunday service, or maybe just some private worship. Share just briefly, if you could, one of your favorite worship experiences.
The first thing that came to mind was actually last year in November, leading worship here at church, and I had been like struggling just the whole like service with just like anxiety and fear, and it was just like really getting to me. And then I get up on stage, and it's at the end of the service, and we're singing the song Tremble, which talks a lot about just having peace and finding peace in God. And I just like kind of broke down like crying, and I was asking the congregation to just like lift up their hands and just cast their cares out on God. And because I knew I needed to do that personally. So that was just one of the biggest moments in worship for me.
Awesome. So it sounds like it was, yes, a personal experience, but one that you really desired to share with the congregation, with the community, and try and draw them into not necessarily have the same experience as you, but maybe just to be on the level where they're open to experience what God has for them, even in, for your case, even through anxiety or doubt or fear or whatever they might be experiencing in that moment.
Yeah.
Awesome. So those are some easy questions. Now let's tell us a little bit about your family. Like, do you have any sisters or brothers?
I have two sisters. I'm the middle child, so I have an older sister named Karina, and she lives in San Diego, and then a younger sister, Erica, who's living at home right now.
Awesome. And obviously, mom and dad, Frank and Christy. Shout out to Frank and Christy. We want to mention y'all, and I'm going to assume that Have you always attended Ridgeview Community Church?
Yeah, I mean, I've pretty much been going here since I was a baby, but my parents did go to First Church for
Okay.
a long time.
Awesome. Okay, so besides worship, what else do you like to do? She's like, I don't want to answer this question.
No, I've been reading a lot lately for fun. I haven't been doing that before because I just read a lot in school, and so I'm glad I've been taking the time to read. And I like walking my dog, and watching shows with Erica is fun.
They binge watch a lot of Disney shows and other things too, but then they walk their dog. She's like, no, we don't watch Disney.
Erica does, not me.
And she wasn't going to say this, I don't think, but I enjoy playing games with her, board games,
I love board
and things like that. Oh, okay. I was just told to do something by our camera guy, so I'll stop doing it. See, okay, so I'm just gonna be honest because this is, you know me, y'all. If you don't know me, I don't care what y'all think. I'm just gonna say it like it is. Alyssa really wanted this to be more relaxed, and so I'm trying to make it relaxed. And when I get relaxed, I like sway back and forth, and I know that screws everything up in production and things like that when we're videoing and editing, and you guys watching on YouTube are probably going like this back and forth. And so I was just told to stop swaying, and so yeah, we're just gonna go on. So one more question this afternoon. If you had any advice that you could give to someone who is looking to maybe become a worship pastor, or worship leader, or getting into worship, what would you give them? What would you tell those people that were looking to get into worship?
Well, I have a couple of things, but one thing is if you're like looking to learn a new instrument or something, or just want to continue getting better in the instrument that you're learning, just be patient with yourself and just give yourself the time that you need, because it's going to take time to keep learning that instrument and getting better at it. And then another thing would be just to stay humble and always remember that like the gifts that you have were given to you by God, and so you are supposed to be using those for God's glory. And then another thing would just be to let the Spirit just lead you from there.
All right, so one more question. I promise this is probably going to be the last one, maybe not. So in this season that we are finding ourselves in with COVID and all that, all the restrictions that were put in place many months ago, it gave you, I guess we can look at it this way, the opportunity to do school from home and stay here, and then find yourself into a position of leading worship and stuff for our church. And in that time, as you're picking out songs and leading worship, just wondering, has there been one particular song that has really just kind of spoke to you, and how or why has that song spoken to you?
I would say it's Peace by We the Kingdom and Bethel. They actually created like this song specifically for this time, and when I was listening to the album, that song just really stuck out to me because I have been like struggling with anxiety and fear for like the majority of my life, and it just like got really bad during this time. And so the lyrics in that song just really spoke to me, and it just helped me to breathe a little bit and just remember that God is my peace, and I have access to that at any moment.
Awesome.
Seems like a ship that's lost at sea.
breathe you in. Take a deep breath and be still and know that you are God alone.
Awesome. Awesome. So we've been hanging out with Alyssa Hamon, kind of getting to know her as she has been transitioning into our worship leader and now transitioning back into college life, heading back down to Point Loma here in just a few weeks. And so we wanted to get her in front of people so that they can learn a little bit more about Alyssa, about her family, about why she worships, why she loves to worship. And hopefully just these last few moments will inspire someone maybe here within the RCC community or outside that's looking to get involved in a church, to use their talents to worship God, to be a part of a worship team and to glorify Him. And so we've been hanging out here, Waffles with Wally. Thanks for being with us. Continue to look for Waffle Bites and also check out other events and opportunities going on at Ridgeview Community Church. You can check us out on our Facebook page or also online. God bless you. Love you. Peace.